And now sports with Chris Duerr from the Little Jess Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Sports Desk.
Well, after dropping their season opening match to Williamsburg, the Fort Madison Bloodhounds soccer squad has won 3 straight, and in so doing, positioned junior Henry Graham in the top 10 in the state, at least early on, in goal scoring with 10 tallies. Tonight, a big one. I heard Kevin Wellman tell his troops before the match that the showdown tonight with Burlington was probably their toughest game yet this season. The Hounds had a couple of first-half scoring opportunities. The best one here on Henry Graham's breakaway, but it was thwarted. We went scoreless to the half. In fact, scoreless until the 67th minute. Check out Mario Gomez Gutierrez hooking up with Henry Graham to Xander Lunston. Back to Mr. Henry Graham, and there is your Golden Graham goal, if you will. 1-0 at that point, but not the final goal of the contest, because 3 minutes later, 9 minutes left. Check this out, a little miscue by Burlington, and this is Leif Boding doing the thing, playing opportunist, getting a hold of that loose ball and firing to the opposite corner to extend the lead out to 2-0. The Hounds end up winning by that margin, are now 4-1 on the young season. Let's give you some boys scores from today in soccer. Central Lee, a hard luck loss on a late penalty kick to Danville. 3-2 at home was your final on the day. Elsewhere on the docket, baseball today. Macomb, no match for Camp Point Central. What a day for Mason Miller, who added a grand slam to his winning performance on the bump. Also, Dalton Hutton doing his thing, pitching yet again today for West Central, shutting down Triopia with a 2-hitter. He struck out 11 in the offing. That junior is awfully darn good. Elsewhere on the day, Illini West, way too much for Alleman, winning 9-1. It was Brown County jumping all over North Green, 17-2. Liberty Falls at Payson Seymour, 11-8. Over in Missouri, Clark County all over South Shelby. Tristan Pitford with a grand slam in that contest for the victorious Indians in that one. Highland, no match for North Shelby today. Schuyler County jumps all over Knox County. It was Harrisburg, 19-9 over Scotland County. Palmyra, way too much for Monroe City, winning by 11. And Hannibal loses on the road at Wentzville Holt despite a home run today from Mr. Kane Wilson. Okay, Quincy High School taking on a very good Springfield squad on the pitch today in windy and rainy conditions in this one. Taylor Foey is like a mail person in the back, a postal person, I should say. She is not daunted by any kind of weather. Beautiful save by Taylor Foey in the back end. Then Springfield up 1-0. Cameron Hoffman going to extend that lead out to 2-0. I told you, Springfield very, very potent. This is a good Quincy High team that is getting beat now. 2-0 on its home field. More Taylor Foey fun. She is incredible in the back. The Blue Devils were down 2-0 at the half. Less than a minute into the second half, Kirsten Kramer doing her thing, finding the back of the net to get her team back into this thing. Quincy High School would add a late goal in this one to get back to within 3-2, but couldn't finish the deal today, dropping that contest. 3-2 was your final. Also, Fort Madison, which had come in red hot, loses up at Bracewell Stadium today to a really good Burlington squad in penalty kicks. 3-1 was the PK final in that one. Softball, Quincy Notre Dame jumps all over Piasaw Southwestern today. Big home run in that one by Alyssa Lee. Also Triopia, way too much for West Central today. Big day by Gabby Myers. It was Liberty getting the win over Payson Seymour. Liberty softball suddenly catching a little bit of fire. Western too much for Beardstown today, 6-4. Jordan Clymer doing a bit of everything in the circle today to shut down Unity. 7-0 was your final there. And we've got Pleasant Hill falling at Calhoun. 4-1 was your final there. Well, he was one of the biggest prizes in Jason Kilday's first recruiting class for Quincy University. And today, Jacksonville Crimson turned Hawk Cameron Mitchell broke down his next gridiron evolution in the Gem City.
It's been a real special day for me coming, being one of my first family to actually go to college. It's a real blessing.
To say that you're going to play college football, what does that mean to you?
It means a lot. Ever since I was little, I always wanted to play football. It's been a long life dream of mine. And to play at the next level is just always a blessing.
Talk about the recruiting process. Why was that the right fit for you, and what was that process like?
I went down to Quincy. It was like a lot of things that I liked. The recruiting process, they was open arms. They was honest with me. Everything just felt right when I went down there.
When you get there, what do you hope to accomplish knowing, okay, this is the next step?
I hope to break records just like I did here. That's another goal of mine. I plan on keep on breaking records and being the greatest person I can be.
College softball scores today. John Woods swept at home by Heartland, and we, my friends, are all out of time.